Good evening. Hello. How are you? Yes, it's been a weird day. It's been an interesting week. But it's always a good day. Every day's a good day. Despite the technical difficulties that I've had to deal with today, I'm helping a friend of mine, um, close friend. He's got a laptop, kind of ancient. In computer terms, it's downright prehistoric. And it's been a challenge to get it running, just to say the least. But anyhow, I digress. How I came to be is actually kind of interesting. See, my mother was married to a man and they separated for 6 months, the father of my three brothers. And while she was separated, she started dating an ambulance driver that she worked with. Well, apparently one night they decided to play strip poker, and yeah, she lost. I came out 9 months later. I guess I was the booby prize. Anyhow, I didn't know any of this until I was 12 years old, and when she did tell me, we tracked the guy down, and he was very nice, very kind on the phone at that time. Said he was coming out to California and he would like to stop and see me during that summer, but he never showed up. Never called, never write. I wrote him 2 or 3 times. Finally got a letter back. Basically said he was sorry he couldn't make it. Plans changed, whatever. And I tried to write him a couple more times over the years, never heard back, and I just finally stopped writing. Well, my legal dad, well, he insisted that I carry his name because, as far as he was concerned, no child should not have a name. Never really treated me as part of the family. I mean, yes, there were a few baby pictures of him holding me, feeding me, things like that, but that was about it. I think the last birthday card I had gotten from him at that point, I was 5, and it was a card that had a bunch of slots in it. You put quarters in. I think I got $5 in quarters that day for that. That was my birthday present. Whoopee! I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. Well, in '71, yeah, five quarters, $5 in quarters. That was quite a bit of money. Um, but when I was 8, my mother and I had gone to visit, and my stepmother, a delightful person, at least she likes to think so now that she's almost 80 or is 80, or I don't know, don't care. But when I was 8, this wonderful, delightful, loving woman pulled me aside in the kitchen and told me to stay away. I was not welcome, and I was never allowed to ask to stay to visit longer ever again. That I was not welcome in her home. That hurt. That left a mark. Wasn't till I was 25 at my grandfather's funeral. 25? Might have been later. Might have been 28. Yeah, I think I was 28. That my legal dad and I cleared the air and settled the score. My mother said it was the first time she'd ever known him to break down in tears. That was pretty much how ruthless I was to him. And when I moved to Illinois in 95, I tried to reach out to my biological father one more time, and I got a hold of him, and he cussed me out 6 ways from Sunday, called my mother a few choice names. Not that I disagree with him, but anyhow, he basically left it as I was to leave him alone or he was going to make me regret it. So I've left him alone. It's his loss. And I think about that because of the irony of the fact that all I ever wanted in my life was a family, because my family was so broken and dysfunctional and screwed up at so many different levels that I never really had one. I mean, my aunt and uncle on my mother's side treated me like I was either the redheaded stepchild or the orphan from Oliver. And my cousins weren't much better. They might think they were, but they really weren't. The people that became family to me, that helped format who I became as an adult, for the most part, was a man that I grew to call Uncle Richard. He pretty much taught me that it was okay to be smart, be cool, and be popular at the same time, though I was never really popular. But he taught me that it was okay to be smart, because until then most people treated me like I was some kind of disease because I was usually smarter than they were. But then there was my best friend in high school, Ken. His parents became the example to me of what a mother and father were supposed to be. And for a large part, it's because of them I am the man that I am today. The other person that helped develop me, and while he may not think he did much, he did more than he'll ever realize, was my friend Dan, who I consider a big brother and always will. He taught me how to respect life, how to respect nature, how to respect people even though I may not like them. He taught me that everyone has my respect from the moment I meet them. That's their God-given right. But God help them if they lose it. Now, I say all of this because my friends and family all know that I have a daughter. Haven't seen her since she was 6 months old in person. Not by choices of my making, by choices of her mother. She gave me an ultimatum. I had to make the best choice for the children. But that's okay. I can't go back and change it. She has 2 daughters. I have yet to see them in anything but pictures. I do talk to my daughter regularly. She found me when she was 18. So we're catching up a little bit. Not as much as I'd like, but we are catching up. But then 2 weeks ago, I found out I have a son. An old girlfriend of mine contacts me on Facebook and tells me I have a son. I don't believe her. Because I would have never walked away. I'd have never not been a part of that child's life. But she claims she told me. She claims she called and told my mother after the baby was born. Never heard about it. Don't know anything about it. But I friend the kid on Facebook, and I talk to him on Messenger. And I finally asked him, "How did you find me?" And he said through a DNA test, matched him to my cousin Kristen. That's a pretty solid match. Well, kind of can't argue with that. So, looks like I have a son that I need to get to know. He's got his own issues to face through. I will not repeat the mistakes of my biological father. I will not ignore the kid. I will do what I can for him. But some of the things he's going through, he has to go through alone, and I can't fix it. I will support him the best I can. I will help him the best I can. But there's not much more I can do for him. And if you're listening, I can't change what happened. I can't fix what happened. All I can do is try to do better moving on. You have an interesting, diverse family that would like to get to know you. And when you get things squared away, they'll be waiting. Until then, keep it cool. Keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down. And I'll talk to y'all later. If you have questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll respond. Talk to you later, folks. Love y'all.